voices inside my head, see voices behind the wall, uplifting the underdog, we fighting above the law.
And we're back. Hey Sam, I am Tracy. Hello again, everybody. Okay, so we're gonna do this a different way, aren't we? Okay. Okay. So let's bring up articles. Okay, guys, hold on here. So it's probably not going to let me play even the court proceedings. It's owned by the same people, alright, so I better not. Alright, we'll pull up the articles. We can read. This is what we will do. Okay. Okay. Alright. We'll go here. Hello, everyone. Welcome back. Okay. So they clearly get taken out of there, and their father and mother, David and Louise Turpin, are facing 25 to life for their crimes against their children. Welcome to the crazy train, stitching and bitching. Choo choo. Thank you. And so some of the kids were older and they have not been getting the proper help. Like the older kids, if you even Google the Turpin case, you'll see that they have been pretty much failed by the system since they've entered the system. So they were failed by their parents and now failed by the system. The foster home took in 5 of the children, and 2 of the older daughters that were in there in the new foster home happens to be ran by a pedophile, and he has like 54 charges against him, and somehow him and his wife are registered to be able to adopt children and had 9 foster children. And all 9 were abused in this foster home ran by this pedophile man. And so 5 of the Turpin children have been re-victimized in the system. 2 of the children were targets of his, he's been charged with, what I can pull up the files here, but he's been charged with multiple counts of being inappropriate with a child under the age of 14. So, and he's 56 or even older, I think, maybe 63. Yeah, so it's pretty bad. No, I don't want to do that. What am I doing? Share screen. Okay. Okay. So Marcelino, he's 63. And I'll pull up his court records after we read through this here. So, foster father caring for 5 children who was saved from the California House of Horrors, where they were held captive, allegedly molested 2 of them, according to a report on Thursday. Marcelino, 63, is facing 7 counts of committing a lewd and how do you say that word? Lascivious? I don't know how to say that.
Lascivious.
Act on a child after allegedly victimizing 2 of the 13 Turpin siblings who escaped their parents' home in 2018. Olin's 50-year-old wife, Rosa, and his daughter, Lenny's 37, are also facing charges of fraud and witness intimidation. Charging documents obtained by the outlet show Marcelino inappropriately touched 2 of the Turpin girls, including one who was under 14, more than 50 times on their upper thighs and buttocks. The foster dad also forcefully kissed the victims, told them they were sexy, and recommended that they not wear undershirts, according to the affidavit. He reportedly had little to say when approached by an outlet for comment. "Fuck you," he replied when he was asked if he was a pedophile or regretted abusing the Turpin children. So David and Louise were arrested in 2018. So you're going to see that the foster father also had charges in 2018 as well. So I don't know if it's a mess. I don't know how he got foster children. I don't have any idea. The Oglins had a total of 9 foster children and threatened 5 of the Turpin siblings that they wouldn't see their older sisters and brothers again unless they complied with the abuse. David and Louise Turpin were arrested in 2018 after one of their daughters escaped and told authorities she and her siblings, ranging in the age from 2 to 29, had been starved, kept in squalor, and shackled to beds for months at a time in some instances. The couple were later sentenced to life in prison in 2019. Louise said she's sorry for everything she's done to her children. The 5 younger Turpin siblings were placed in the Olin's care in April 2018, just 4 months after they were freed. So 4 months after they escaped that, they got put into this other shithole. Their new foster parents lived in a 5-bedroom home less than 10 miles away from the House of Horror residents. Are you kidding me? Oh. The Olins also allegedly encouraged 2 of their foster children to fight, telling one she would end up as a white piece of shit on the curb like her biological mother. Yeah, you guys don't even understand. I've been telling everyone, like, everyone's like, oh, the Wells kids are so much better off now. They're not getting abused now. Like, you guys don't understand when you are, especially an older kid thrown into the system, and then you get put in homes that have biological kids. Like, the abuse and the bullying is horrible. Just horrible. And then you do get put in shit homes like this. More times than not. Marcelino Oglin, Roslan Oglin, and Lenny's were arraigned in December on charges of physically and psychologically abusing 9 children, including 5 of the Turpin siblings. All 3 pled guilty and were released on bail. So these poor girls were put less than 10 miles away from the house they grew up in, the House of Horrors. And within 4 months, put within 10 miles of that house and re-abused. CPS has definitely failed all 9 of these children. And if you ask me, they failed the Turpin children for their entire lives now. You can't tell me that these people didn't cause red flags wherever they went. The wedding they were at, you can't tell me that no one in that damn chapel didn't notice something wrong with these children. That's bullshit. That's just bullshit. Hey, Tennessee Misty. Cotton candy oops. I quit my job as a social worker because my foster kids were being abused, so I quit and became a foster mom. Yeah. Yeah, Joe. What the hell? Oh my God is right. This just, it's so aggravating. It's, I can't even, like, it's disgusting. Oh, what's my son saying? Oh, my son is wild. Okay. So I want to pull up Marcelino's court documents, which I downloaded today. How can I send these to you, babe?
Send them on Facebook?
I think I can share. No, it's not letting me. I'm just going to email them to you. Okay. Tina Bobina. All that glitters. Hey, Angie, too many people turning a blind eye to these poor kids out here being abused. If you see something, say something. Yeah, I mean, I was abused in every foster home I was in. Very rarely are in good homes. Kathy, I feel that the same. The same. Hard to believe there is even people like this in the world. Freaking sick. How does this man even be able to have foster children? I don't freaking know. Oh, you're going to adopt your nephew. Can't wait to give him a better life. Wow, congratulations. That's awesome. Doing finishing touches on his room right now. That is so awesome. People should not be afraid to speak up. A lot of people would rather turn a blind eye and just not get involved in situations. Trust me, I've lived it. My daughters are living it right now. So I don't understand why, but that is what happens. That's nothing new, though. People just, they would just rather turn a blind eye and pretend like, oh, you know, maybe I'm just making up in my head or whatever they tell themselves to make it better to turn a blind eye. But a lot of people would just rather not get involved than to speak up. And that's disturbing. That's pretty sad. Baby, can you help me pull this up?
What you sent me?
Yeah, I sent it to your email.
Okay. Oh, no.
Baby. Okay. Okay. So this is the foster dad's so filed 11/3/2021. So count 1 under penalty of perjury. Okay, Marcelino committed a violation section. Okay. A felony in that about 3/1/2018 through and including 4/27/2018 in the county of Riverside. The defendant did willfully, unlawfully, and lewdly commit a lewd and lascivious act upon with the body and certain parts of members. Okay, so these are all his charges. Can you guys see those okay? So we got child under the age of 14 with the intent of arousing, appealing to, and gratifying the lust, passions, and sexual desires. Okay, so that's count 1. Count 2, it looks like it's the same type of charge. It's another felony on Jane Doe. So thank God they're keeping the which child's name out of it. A child again under 14 years of age. Count 3, Jane Doe, child under the 14 years of age. So, and again, felony, felony, felony. And this is Marcelino again. Same So he committed another felony. The child was 14 and 15 years old and more than 10 years younger than the defendant with the intent of arousing. Okay. Count 8. Now this is on the wife and the husband. Okay. What do we got? A felony. Willfully and lawfully inflict cruel and inhuman corporal punishment, injuring, resulting in traumatic condition upon a child. Count 9. Again, it's the 3 family members, the wife, husband, and sister. Again, another felony. Suffer and inflicted thereon unjustifiable physical pain and mental suffering in having the care and custody of said child, did willfully cause and permit the person and health of said child to be injured, and did willfully cause and permit said child to be placed in such a situation their person and health was endangered. Count 10. This is disturbing. So again, all 3 of them, the wife, the husband, and sister, another felony. Same thing. Unjustifiable physical pain, mental suffering. Their person and health was endangered. Count 11. So you guys, this goes on and on. So what I was reading is that they were, how many counts do we got here? Wow, 17 counts. 17 different counts. Steal and defraud money, labor, real and personal property. So they were taking the kids' monies that they get to live on. Wow. That's just so fucked up. Okay, there was no, they didn't. Okay. Let's see, what's this one here? Now there's one, it was saying that the foster husband and wife, Rosa and Marcelino, would make the kids sit around in a circle and take turns and make the Turpin children admit to, because David and Louise, the mom and dad of the kids there, would force the older children to also do abuse and have the kids abuse each other as well. And so Marcelino and Rosa was having the Turpin kids go around and keep admitting to the abuses and bringing up exactly what they'd done to each sibling over and over again, just fucking with them. I mean, it's just very disturbing, honestly. Okay. Oh, okay. Here, I'll read this one. I'll read this one to you guys. This talks a little bit about it. Okay. Okay. 2 of the California siblings who escaped their parents' house of horrors were subject to horrifying abuse in their new foster home. The 13 Turpin siblings were discovered in 2018 when the 17-year-old Jordan Turpin, the hero of the Turpin family, escaped through a window in their California home and called 911. The siblings, then ranging from ages 2 to 29 years old, were badly malnourished, allowed just 1 shower a year, and sometimes chained to a bed or caged for weeks at a time. Their parents, David and Louise Turpin, were sentenced to 25 years to life for their crimes against the children. Since escaping their parents' control, however, life has been brutally difficult for the Turpins. According to an ABC News report in November 2021, Although 600,000 in donations poured in for the Turpin siblings, they haven't been able to access that money. At least 2 of the adult children have experienced homelessness. They're living in crime-ridden neighborhoods. There's money for their education, but they can't access it. Riverside County District Attorney Michael Hestron said that it's unimaginable to me that they would have very worst case of child abuse I've ever seen, and then that we would then not be able to get it together to give them basic needs. And that is a problem. That is a very common problem in older children, like exactly like the Turpins. So the Turpins, like this said, they have over $500,000 in some account somewhere to help better their lives and get them schooling and get them necessities and, you know, probably therapy. And they have not been able to access that or touch that money. And that's a problem. Animals treat their young better. Yeah, it is very disturbing. Definitely. It's very disturbing. I kicked you out, but you're back. I'm gonna open panel up here shortly after we read through this and see what you guys' take is on this, because this is unacceptable, and I don't even know if what we can do to try and help them. I don't know, but to know that they're just being ignored and put in shittier situations or just as shitty situations is sad to think about. It just makes my blood boil. Now, court documents have accused the Chers family of abusing 9 foster children, reportedly among them 5 members of the Turpin family. Marcelino and Rosa and Lenny's were charged with child cruelty, false imprisonment, and witness intimidation. Marcelino has been charged with lewd acts on a child under 14 years old. 4 girls whose identities have been withheld for privacy reasons were sexually assaulted by Marcelino between April 2018 and March 2021. Regarding mental abuses to victims 3 and to 7, the Oglands were told knew of the lifelong severe abuses the biological parents inflicted on the victims before agreeing to foster them. Immediately after being placed at the Oglands, the 3 defendants pressure questioned the siblings about their traumatic past, an investigator wrote in an affidavit. They forced the siblings to participate in a circle confession talk. The siblings were forced to admit their past sibling abuses, which their biological parents forced them to commit. The affidavit continued, the Olans told the siblings non-participation would result in not seeing or visiting with their older siblings in the future. Wow. Okay then. That is disgusting. Disturbing. I'm going to share the link, and sorry, I was not watching chat, so I will take a look at chat here. Yeah, I got silenced. They tried to shut up Cher. Have you seen Las Vegas videos at the Elvis wedding travel? Yeah, and that's why I'm saying, CDT, you like, I don't know how it's possible. There was numerous people in that chapel, and you can't tell me they didn't notice something was wrong. Because I watch the videos and I see the pictures and I know something ain't right. You can tell that the kids are way undernourished. So I don't understand, like, why they didn't call for help then. That, like, nobody did anything. So many people just turned a blind eye for 29 years. Everyone failed them Nikki Tupols. Daily Mail has an interesting article. You can see a whole buying beer. Huh. Jordan Turpin said they have a lawyer suing J.C. Dugard Foundation for their money. Oh, why are they? I don't understand why they can't touch that money. It's ridiculous. You know what, Bambi? That's what happens. There's hoops and stuff that they will have to jump through to get that money. And hopefully that money is there. Illuminati has a way of dividing the children into different areas based on their own, the way that milk box kids. The foster dad was getting beer. Oh, yep. Yeah, whatever the fuck he is. Yeah, well, the predator, the predator, the foster predator. I just like, yeah, but I don't think it's her. It's people that are running that, right? I can't see her doing that. The foundation claims they give it as they seem fit, not at the children's demand. Well, that is bullshit because that shouldn't be the right. Like, people made those donations to go to them. So I don't know what we have to start to, yeah. Oh, yeah, and the people saying they made this up. Just, okay, how do I share the link? Dun, dun, dun. All right, there we go, guys. If you guys want to come up here and chit chat about it, because I mean, I can go on and on. It just, I don't, Illuminati runs the money. Well, Laurel, there's absolutely. I'm very much into Illuminati and conspiracies with that. I'm not sure. I feel the Turpin case really fits into that. To me, it's just the broken, failing system that's all over the globe. And also just exactly what happens when, well, they actually had one of like the babies who still wears diaper, and apparently they weren't even taking care of the baby. They were leaving the baby in diapers and shutting the baby in a bedroom for like 9 hours at a time. And that it wouldn't change the baby's diaper, one of the Turpin babies. So it must have been that 2-year-old one. Now, Jordan, isn't she doing quite well? I heard that her social media fan base is exploding. That should benefit her in some way financially. Hopefully that is. But again, that's for her, right? We have then how many? We have 12 other, is it 12 kids? There's 12 other kids, and she shouldn't, it doesn't matter if she's doing well on social media or not. Like, those donations came in for her. They're hers. That's, yeah, unfortunately they will make people jump through hoops to get what is theirs, you know? Yeah, OMG. OMG. You guys can come on up here if you want. The foundation set up a place for people to donate. They received millions, but won't provide financial statements to their lawyers. Yeah. Jordan and Jennifer are very active on social media. Jordan is the most. Yeah. Yeah. Why did they have kids if they didn't love them? You know what? Because I think they loved, well, also, let's be honest, they were probably getting some kind of government assistance. Some people have kids, and I don't understand it because you don't ever get enough from the government that really actually pays the bills. Like, it is a help, yes, but that's what it's supposed to be, is just a help, right? But people don't care. They'll just take in numerous kids, and for some reason, systems all over the world, the globe, allow people to take 7, 8, 9, 10 foster children at a time, and I think that's ridiculous. There's not enough. Also, I think a lot of child protective services, they aren't set up really well. Like, they're given way too many cases, and they're overlooking a lot because their work is a lot, and so much gets looked past because of that. And there's not enough workers for all the children that are in the system. So workers get too many that they really can't handle. And, you know, some of them may try, but some of them don't try. There are people like that all over the world. Children are beaten and kept quiet with threats and rewards. Yep. It's broken all over the globe for sure. Those poor kids knew nothing but filth, hunger, pain, neglect. Yep. No, I'm rocking. Mark's in the other room. Every state has different guidelines for foster parents. Sorry if this offends you, but in states with high amounts of immigrants, the state does very little to protect foster children because, yeah, well, that's true. I mean, money drives many foster parents. Yep. Yeah, it's sick, Pamela. Oh yeah, I was looking at those earlier. Way too many children to provide for. What did you think hearing about the Turpin kids?
It's unbelievable.
Yeah.
And that poor kid. She was so clueless when she got out and called the police.
Yeah, she didn't even know what an
idea
address was.
Yeah.
Yeah. Dad's okay. My heart for all those kids, young and older, they lost their childhoods. Yeah. Our county just fired a DCF worker today for falsifying docs. That's another thing. Or medication. Yep. You can have criminal record and still be a foster parent in many states. That's true. One of my foster dads actually did have a record. This guy had a record before the Turpin kids, too. Yes, Jordan Turpin is definitely a hero in my book. Let's see. Let's see here. It's ABC News again. Okay. It's ABC again. I'm trying to find something that's not ABC. One sister got lost and returned to the house. That's right. One of the other girls ran out with her and then ran back to the house. That's right. And Jordan called 911. Okay. What's this one? Okay. Oh, that video is currently unavailable. The mom, Louise, initially didn't seem to understand that what she did was wrong. She wrote an apology letter basically saying, "Sorry I chained you up. It won't happen again. I'll be a better mother." She was just very naive to the whole thing. Wow. Okay. What's this one?
This California courtroom Wednesday detailing some of the alleged abuse of 13 children by their parents, David and Louise Turpin. The couple's 17-year-old daughter could be heard on the recording telling a dispatcher that 3 of her siblings were chained to their beds, that they would wake up at night and start crying, asking her to call somebody. The teen finally did make the call in January after police say she escaped through a window at the family's California home and called 911 on a deactivated cell phone. That led to the arrest of her parents, who are accused of starving and shackling their 13 children, ages 2 to 29, in a house that authorities say reeked of human waste. In the recording, the girl said she couldn't remember her home address, telling the dispatcher, "I've never been out." The girl also said she couldn't breathe because the house was so dirty. The 911 call was made public during the couple's preliminary hearing. The judge must now determine if there's enough evidence for the case to go to trial. The couple has pleaded not guilty to all charges and is being held on $12 million bail.
Holy shit.
So,
That's a lot of money. Why would they even be allowed bail? It's beyond me. I don't think they should be allowed. If this one gets ended for me playing shit, then that's it for tonight, guys.
Subscribe to ArtGrid for the best cinematic footage for your videos and get a free motion.
We have breaking news. A Paris couple who tortured and imprisoned their 13 children for years have just been sentenced to life in prison.
This morning, they heard from some of their own children for the first time since they were taken away. CBS 2's Cara Finstrom is live in Riverside with the emotional statements they made in court. Cara?
Suzanne, very emotional. 8 of these children wanted to say something to their parents. Some of them forwarded private letters to be read later, but the 2 oldest spoke out in court as their parents broke down.
My parents took my whole life from me, but now I'm taking my life back. Life may have been bad, but it made me strong. I fought to become the person I am. I saw my dad change my mom. They almost changed me, but I realized what was happening. I immediately did what I could to not become like that. I'm a fighter, I'm strong, and I'm shooting through life like a rocket.
I love both of my parents so much. Although it may not have been the best way of raising us, I'm glad that they did, because it made me the person I am today. I just want to thank them for teaching me about God and faith. I hope that they never lose their faith. God looks at the heart, and I know He sees theirs.
A mix of messages today. At times, the children said they felt their parents were overwhelmed with 13 children and had made bad choices, but still loved them. At the same time, the son who spoke talked about still having nightmares after having watched his siblings being beaten and put in chains. Louise and David Turpin will both now serve life in prison with the first possibility of parole in 25 years. They admitted to the torture and abuse of their children after one of their daughters escaped, calling 911 for help, detailing more than a decade of horrific prison-like conditions in the home with little education and sparse food. Now, before the children spoke, Louise Turpin smiled at times, speaking with her attorney, but both she and David Turpin broke down when they spoke afterwards.
I am so proud of each and every one of my children. I miss all of my children, and I will be praying for them. I long for the opportunity to have contact with them again. Thank you.
I'm sorry for everything I've done to hurt my children. I love my children so much. I'm blessed to be the mother of each one of them. I only want the best for them. Their happiness is very important to me. They're very smart, amazing individuals. I hope they get all the education they need to make their dreams come true.
Right, Blonde Bunny.
And today the children talked about getting on with their lives,
I don't
doing
know
things
why
like
people like that would continue to have children, except for Heath. Like, I don't even know. Because they are not mentally stable. And again, because I think that they were getting something from the government or something. I don't know. I mean, they were getting Disney World trips and shit for free. So I think they liked the attention. Maybe they wanted to be like, you know, the Kate Plus 8 or, you know, those big families on TV. I don't know what they thought that they were doing. I have no idea. Yeah, I don't believe any of them. The mom looks a little bit more remorseful than the dad. And the kids even sound like they said, like he changed her. The dad changed the mom. So I don't know. Or what are they called? That 19 kids and counting. I think that's what that dude wanted to be like. But that family has a world of problems on their own too. Luis would wait for him in the hall during his classes. Classmates said potluck he ate so much food. Ugh. That's so fucked up. Were they delivered in a hospital? That's a good question. I don't know if they were all delivered in a hospital. Yeah, Carrie, I thought that too. I think that he was probably the one steering things in the directions they were, but at the same time, that's the mother, and like she's no better, in my opinion. That doesn't matter. She went along with it. She didn't save her children, and no, there's no excuse for that. How about giving some love, stability, promising future? That would be amazing. They are having problems to get the things that they deserve. Maybe they are FLDS or Mormons. Yeah, I think they are something like that. Yes, he did essay to the daughters as well. Yep. So they were abused in every which way you can think of. In now their biological home and now the foster home that were just put in. So I don't know how the older kids feel, but they should give them the money that they had donated to them and have them set up, because what they should be doing is see, and that's not even fair, but to ask the older kids to kind of take on, you know, being the guardians of some of the siblings. But I don't know. Hey, Alexander, I can see you if you want your camera off or on. Hey, Alexander.
Hiya. You hear me?
Huh? What do you say?
Oh, sorry. Can you hear me now?
Now I can hear you, yeah.
Yeah. I just don't get why they allow people that does these things to Waynes, and then they let them back out again to re-offend and waste more Waynes' lives. I just don't get it.
I don't get it either. I don't get it either. The only thing I can think of is because I don't know if people are overworked or what, or just not really like.
Do
I
you
don't
know
even know.
that it's got a lot to do with the people that's in power? Because it's probably been like that way back in years and years ago. They've been used to doing these things a way back hundreds of years ago, and it was a norm then. Do you know what I mean? Because the people that stays in power are the people that's been power from day one and onwards.
Yeah. Sure, all the unopened toys in the Turpin home killed me. Yeah, that's right. They had a. She was a hoarder. She would buy things for the kids and then not give it to them. She had toys and clothes, and she'd buy stuff for them, but she hoarded it all over the house and never gave it to the children. That's really messed up. Or they'd buy food and leave it on the counter and punish them if they ate any. Or, you know, they'd buy cupcakes and delicious food and leave it on the counter for them to see and taunt them with it. And if they touched it, they got their butts beat up. And, you know, there's just something so fucked up there. And like you're saying, Alexander, it's power trip and being in control, and I guess that is like that gets some people off, having all of that control.
It's definitely all about control, but I think it's been like that for a long time, where they're used to abusing and getting away with it because they've got nobody to answer to, do you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
There's nobody to, look, that's fucking totally wrong or whatever.
Yeah, it's so...
people, sorry for swearing there, but it's just, I just don't get why they let pedophiles come out and they just reoffend and waste mere children's lives. It's just, I just don't get it whatsoever. It's just well, whatever it is, it's in them for day one or whatever. So they need to be watched for the rest of their lives. They cannot be left to rule the world and waste mere ranges' lives.
They should be in chains with little bread and water. Yeah.
Do you want me to give you a great example? They should be put in a room where there's a lot of women with cheese graters and hang me naked.
Huh.
Is that a wee bit brutal or what? But I don't think it is. I think the people should be stripped naked and then tied up, and then all the women get in with all the cheese graters and give them a good rub down.
Oh my gosh, really? Oh, we should do that. Oh, we should do that to the offenders. That's what you're saying, right?
Talking about. That's what
I'm like, wait, who did it? I thought you were saying someone had that done to them. Okay. No. Yes, that exactly what should happen to them.
And that would scare the living daylights out of you.
You know, that scares me because I don't like cheese graters because I'm afraid of grating my thumb. So, yeah, they how long did they get in prison? They have 25 to life. So they are eligible for a parole hearing after 25 years, which they still have like another 22 years or something like that to go. I assume that they will die in prison.
They shouldn't get back out. They can't get back out because you know for a fact they're going to reoffend. You know what I mean?
Mm.
It's just total wrong why they get let back out because there's not enough people to make sure that they're not going to reoffend again.
Mm-hmm. I wish, I don't even know. They really do need to be. I don't even know what they could do to make the system better, honestly.
Just put them on an island.
Hey, Trulia. Hey, Heather. Hey, Oreo. Yeah. I mean, did that? I don't even know honestly what to say. I don't know how this guy thought he would get away with doing that and that it would never be said. Like, and then, yeah, just sad. You should talk about the Erica Parsons case from years ago. DCS worker killed their handicapped foster kid, and I believe they had one chain in the front yard and they worked. Wow. I mean, even if we look at these pictures, I mean, you can't tell me how people had to have seen that there was something wrong here. They just had to have. There's no way you didn't.
Right, anyway, I'm gonna love and leave you all right. I love what you're doing. I think there's more people that needs to do what you're doing and speak a lot more.
Uh-oh. We lost him. We lost you, Alexander. Okay. So, I mean, their arms are so skinny. I'm trying to see. Oh. There was one. Where was the pictures of, like, inside their house?
As sheriff's deputies move through a door into a horrifying landscape, the windows are closed. The room is swelteringly hot, magnifying the stench of excrement, decaying garbage, mounds of mothers molding food, every sofa, counter, floor covered in layers of trash, and unopened toys.
Yeah, molding food. So much food, the shit started going bad, but these kids were being starved. So fucked up.
Hi, kids. Hello, it's okay.
Louise Turpin quickly tries to follow the deputies.
All right, stay there for me for now.
An officer distracts David Turpin with topic after topic.
Okay, well, what's your name, sir? David. Where are you guys planning on moving to? Or anything like that?
My job's moving.
Oh, okay.
Louise.
What job did he have, by the way?
Turpin is directed to go back to the front door.
Why don't you stay over here with my partner, okay?
A pale, emaciated child moves through the living room.
Wow.
Her clothes dirty, so is her hair.
Video is unavailable, of course. Scratch marks were found on the walls at the Turpin family's home. Look at that, too. Soiled carpets and filthy walls. Wow. This is, okay, so this is actually one of their old homes. This is what the landlord took pictures of. Shocking photos show grim conditions inside a Texas after it had been vacated by the Turpin family. That's right, I forgot. So they left this home in Texas. I think where'd they end up? In California, I think. And this is how they left. This is how they left the house. So wow. She never allowed her children to go outside and play. They homeschooled every one of them, and one day they just up and left. The family were so odd that other neighbors believed they were running a religious compound. The Turpins moved to California in 2010 and settled in Peru in 2014 with horrific alleged abuse at their home uncovered. Wow. Officials found 3 of their huge brood aged 2 to 29 chained to beds and laying in their own feces. The teenager who raised the alarm was so malnourished, social workers believed her to be just 10 years old. So almost half the age she is, because she was 17. And they thought she was 10. The couple were charged with multiple counts of child torture and endangerment. Wow. Unbelievable. Here's some of the pictures. And you wouldn't know anything looking on the outside of that house. You wouldn't know what's going on in there. In one window, a bed with a stuffed animal and clothing appeared to be placed on a headboard, perhaps belonging to one of the beds that kept the children chained against the wall. Oh. Oh my gosh. They had their baby in poopy diapers, but they have boxes. Like, she has diapers and wet wipes, but she ain't even using them. Luis arrested in daylight. Yeah, you guys, that's disturbing. All these shopping bags full of shit that she buys the kids, never gave them. Like, just to torment them further. Disgusting. Moldy food. So much food for them that it's going bad, and the kids are all starved. Unbelievable. These people are sick. She said, "What's medication?" I know. She didn't even know. She gave numbers for her. What the freak? There's some weird ads popping up down there. Yeah, I don't know. Okay, well, we're not going to play that. I mean, look at even, they just, this one here, I mean, they did not look like they were being treated well. At Disney. God, could you imagine going to Disney with them? That just, oh my God. Look at who's, the Duggars popping up with the Turpins. Like, didn't they have any bruises or anything showing? I just find it hard to believe that nobody that was around these kids that they didn't see anything. No, look at that. This is just not acceptable. Who's that? Who is the old people in Florida with them? Grandparents? Like, what the freak? Did the grandparents not ever say anything either? I don't know, guys. Sad, huh? The county of Riverside CPS has stolen so much money from the trust fund built for the children. Yeah, that's what I've been hearing. Julia, how did no one not notice something was off? That's what I'm saying. There's just no way. How didn't the neighbors see signs? Some of them did. That's what I'm saying. Like, First of all, there's 13 kids. One of the neighbors has said the kids were never allowed outside. They had no idea there's 13 kids in that house for however long. Many years. That's crazy. Oh, Matthias. What the heck? What did he do? I don't know what the cat just did. Can you help me?
What the hell did
I
he
don't
do?
know what he did. I can't read anything you guys are saying because Matthias came and laid on the keyboard and now everything has like shrunken. That's weird.
Yeah. How did he do that?
I don't know. I was about to end this anyways. I don't know what he did. Okay, you guys, I'm going to attempt to end this stream. Thanks for hanging out. And I'm going to keep you guys updated on what happens if they keep, you know, the public updated with this. But, yeah, I can't. The cat just did something, and we're going to fix this. But tomorrow morning, we're having coffee, and we'll discuss the Summerwells. And then tomorrow evening, open panel for the Summerwells case. And definitely going to... I want to try and reach out to Jordan Turpin. I don't know what will come of that, if anything, but I think, sheesh, I thought I was put through hell. She's definitely been through it, and I just would really like to talk to her, because our pasts are a little similar, and I don't know. I've been wanting to reach out to her, so I'm going to, and I will keep you guys updated on that. So tomorrow we'll discuss all of the new stuff with Summerwells. I believe there's another thing coming on the news. They said 11 tonight, which I think is 9:30, 10:30. So it should be like in like half an hour if it's not out already. So I'm gonna go over some things before bed here, and then grab your coffee tomorrow at noon, 12 o'clock. In the afternoon Central for coffee and going over my thoughts and opinions and stuff with what's been put out there today in the case, and then open panel tomorrow evening for those that want to join in and see what we can't put our heads together again, and like how can we better help, because I think a lot of you were messaging me like, what do you think, or sending me the news clips, what do you think this means, and I think that they were saying a lot without saying very much, if that makes sense. I mean, I'll end it with, they were saying that they believe Summer didn't make it very far away and that she's somewhere there. And then what did it do? It panned to the Wells' driveway. So, yeah, I thought that was pretty crazy. Okay, my daughters are texting me. Weird pictures. Okay. Oh, and for an update, girls are safe. They are staying with friends still, but they are safe. Not with the abuser, thank God, but still jumping through hoops with that one. It's been ridiculous. So, love y'all, and I'll see you in the morning. Think this will work, babe? Just push on that?
Yep.
Oh,